Hi. The United States of America, as one of the largest and most diverse countries in the world, boasts an amazing number of tourist destinations, including the skyscrapers of New York and Chicago, the natural wonders of Yellowstone and Alaska, the sunny beaches of California, Florida, and Hawaii. Despite this volume of tourist destinations in the United States, it is very tempting to list all cities and even states, but I have tried to focus on specific attractions in this list. Grand Valley. The Grand Canyon is located in northern Arizona and is one of the best tourist attractions in the United States. This valley, formed over millions of years by the Colorado River, is more than 1.6 kilometers deep and 446 kilometers long. Grand Canyon is not the deepest or the longest canyon in the world, but its astonishing size and its colorful and delicate landscapes provide tourists with spectacular views that are unparalleled in the world. Manhattan. Manhattan is one of the 5 boroughs of New York and what people often visualize when they think of New York. The skyline and its familiar sights have been shown thousands of times in motion pictures. In this area, you can walk under the shadows of skyscrapers, see the Statue of Liberty, go to a Broadway theater, stand on top of the Empire State Building, stroll through Central Park, see the best shops on Fifth Avenue, or watch a go to the museum. Yellowstone Park. Yellowstone National Park was the first national park in the world, which was set aside in 1872 to protect the large number of geysers, hot springs, amazing wildlife, and immense beauty of this area. This park is located on the fire lava in the ground, which in some places has reached the surface of the earth. Therefore, half of the known thermal signs of the earth are located in this park with more than 10,000 geysers and hot springs. In total, black bears, grizzly bears, deer, elk, moose and wolves can be found within the park. The Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. The Golden Gate Bridge is a suspension bridge built over the Golden Gate Strait, connecting San Francisco and Marin Country to the north. In 1937, when the construction of this bridge was completed, it was the longest suspension bridge in the world, and now it has become a symbol of San Francisco, California in the world. The bridge's famous reddish-orange color was specially designed to make the bridge visible through the thick fog that constantly covers it. City of Niagara Falls. The city of Niagara Falls, located between the state of New York and Ontario, Canada, is one of the most interesting natural wonders in North America. Niagara Falls is actually 3 separate waterfalls: American Falls, Bridal Veil Falls and Horseshoe Falls. Horseshoe Falls is located in the Canadian section while the others are in the New York section. This place is one of the most visited tourist attractions in the world with more than 14 million tourists per year. Kilauea. Kilauea is the last set of volcanoes that formed the Hawaiian archipelago. This volcano is a low, flat and shield volcano, which is completely different from steep and steep strata volcanic peaks. Clavia is one of the most active volcanoes on Earth and an invaluable resource for volcanologists. Since 1952, 33 eruptions have occurred in this volcano, except for the current eruption that began on January 3, 1983 and is still ongoing. The Florida Keys Archipelago. The Florida Archipelago is a 120-mile chain of tropical islands that form the Florida Peninsula and are connected to the mainland by several bridges. The 7-mile bridge in the Lower Keys, which is the most spectacular bridge, has been frequently used as a filming location for movies such as True Lies and The Fast and the Furious. The U.S. Highway 1 overseas highway passes from Key Largo Isla Marathon Lower Leas and finally reaches Key West, the farthest and most famous island. Denali National Park. Denali National Park and Protected Area is located in the state of Alaska, and Mount McKinley, the highest mountain in North America, is located in this park. The word Denali in the Athabascan language means high, which refers to Mount McKinley. Overall, this park protects the area's wildlife, including grizzly bears, reindeer, and countless other creatures. The White House in Washington, D.C. The White House in Washington, D.C. is the official residence and office of the President of the United States. The palace was built between 1972 and 1800 and was first used by President John Adams. After the September 11 attacks, visiting the White House has become more difficult, and today it is only possible to visit in groups of 10 people, and you must send this request at least 6 months in advance, through members of Parliament or the American ambassador in your country. Yosemite National Park. Yosemite National Park is located in the Sierra Nevada mountains of California. This extraordinary park is famous all over the world for its stunning landscape. In this independent park, tourists can see the magnificent granite rocks, admire the clear waterfalls and see the 100-year-old sequoia trees. Yosemite Valley is a high point for viewing the park as it exposes the park's numerous waterfalls and granite boulders called Half Dome. Orlando Walt Disney World. Orlando, Florida is home to theme parks, but none of them are as popular as Walt Disney World. Many travelers do not know that Walt Disney World is actually made up of several parks with distinct styles, including the Magic Kingdom Park, Epcot Hollywood Studio, Animal Kingdom, and Blizzard Beach Water Park. Visitors can ride thrill rides, see Broadway-level shows, enjoy the nightlife of the casino, shopping, and entertainment centers at Disney Springs. Sedona Red Rock Country. A 2-hour drive north of Phoenix is Sedona, Arizona. Sedona is not a big city, but thanks to its beautiful red rock scenery, it has become an important tourist attraction in America. This area known as Red Rock Country is a dream space for lovers of open spaces. Numerous canyons, streams, and trails that encourage outdoor activities are popular local hiking and climbing spots on the Cathedral Rock Trail. One of the most interesting places in Sedona is where the Chapel of the Holy Cross is built among the red stones and creates a combination of tradition and modernity. Bryce Canyon National Park. Bryce Canyon National Park, which is located in southern Utah, contains exciting rock formations. In fact, Bryce Canyon is not a canyon. Rather, it is a series of amphitheaters and natural theaters. The Mormon settlers initially called this valley their home, but today, most tourists come to this park for its amazing views and excellent hiking opportunities. The sunset spot is one of the most popular vistas, offering sweeping views of red, yellow, and orange rock formations. The Queen's Garden Trail is another popular spot. Because it contains green trees among red stones, which is a stunning proximity. Carlsbad Caverns National Park. As the name suggests, this park is a collection of more than 115 holes. These holes, which are located in southern New Mexico, are made of limestone. Tourists can penetrate 275 meters underground with guided tours. The largest single-hole hall in North America is found in this cave and is known as the Big Room. Visitors can spend 90 minutes exploring the amazing underground environment inside this room. Riverwalk in San Antonio National Park. In the city of San Antonio, Texas, there are few attractions that are more attractive than this national park. The Riverwalk National Park, also known as Paseo del Ryan, is a network of trails that line the San Antonio River. The renovated pedestrian area is full of stunning architecture, fresh greens, and water views. Riverwalk is the center of cooking and dining in this Texas city. You can go to Tex-Mex style restaurants or fancy French restaurants or anywhere in the city that is easily accessible by ferry. Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Between the border of Tennessee and Northern California is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. This park is the most visited place in the whole country thanks to its large size and wonderful view. Visitors can walk among old trees, see hundreds of species of birds and enjoy two tourist centers. You can also hike the trails that lead to Laurel Falls and Clingman Mountain overlooks. Chicago Navy Pier. It stretches from the waters of Lake Michigan to Chicago, a large pier in the heart of Chicago's coastal Streetville neighborhood. There are many attractions suitable for the whole family inside the pier. The beautiful and clean gardens are an ideal place to stroll, and the many souvenir shops are a great way to get holiday gifts. Chicago is also home to the Chicago Children's Museum, 2 theaters, and many top-notch restaurants. Kennedy Space Center. Cape Canaveral, located on the coast of Florida, has many attractions related to space issues, one of the best of which is the Kennedy Space Center. This place has been the launch center for all American space launches since 1968 and is currently used as a launch center for unmanned rockets. Visitors can learn more about the first pioneers into space and experience the pressure and excitement of traveling to the moon. Even in this center there is a chance to participate in a shuttle launch which simulates the experience of space travel. Faneuil Hall Mall in Boston. One of the most historical places in Boston, which is full of old heritage, is this center. Also known as the Cradle of Liberty, this monument was the gathering place for the first leaders of the war against tyranny in the years before and during the American Revolutionary War. Today, visiting Faneuil Hall means countless opportunities to buy local products and desserts inside and outside the mall. Mesa Verde National Park. This national park in Colorado is home to the remaining homes of the ancient Pueblo people. The history of most of these houses, which have stone facades and holes, dates back to the beginning of the 13th century. It is possible that he walked under the protruding rocks and visited these ancient houses. The balcony house is specially protected and consists of 40 rooms that can only be entered by a ladder. Nearby is Clip Place, which is even larger and is believed to hold more than 100 people in its 150 main rooms. Mount Rushmore. Perhaps the most definitive historical site in America is this mountain, which is a national monument in South Dakota. Built in the early 20th century, Mount Rushmore features the faces of 4 former U.S. presidents, each carved into stone. Visitors can enjoy and admire the wonderful faces of Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Theodore Roosevelt. From the top of Mount Rushmore, you can see a better and more attractive view of the Presidential Trail. Hamilton Pool. America is full of states and all the beauty is spread among its states. The city of Austin in the state of Texas is one of the places of interest in America that houses the beauty of Hamilton Pool. This pool was actually a cave in the past years and an underground river passed through it. Years later, due to erosion, the roof of the cave collapsed and became its present form. This pool has a native area of 940 square meters and a beautiful jade-colored pool and a 15-meter-long waterfall that falls in the middle of it. Lake Tahoe. The largest lake in America is located on the border between California and Nevada, in an area called Sierra Nevada. With its clear water, this lake has become one of the most beautiful places in America. The depth of this lake is 501 meters and it is known as the second deepest lake in America. The fame of Lake Tahoe is due to the clarity of the water and the beauty of the surrounding mountains. Charleston. The state of South Carolina has not backed down in the beauty competition among the states of this country and is considered as one of the glorious poles of the South America. Charleston is a relatively large city in the state of South Carolina and is known as the second most populous city. Arizona and Utah waves. The continuous orange waves with continuous ups and downs of Arizona and Utah are very beautiful. 190 million years ago, one of the most beautiful geographical events happened in this region. These rocks are made of sandstone, and it is better to say that they are layers of stone that have been created over time due to the wind blowing the sand. Those who experience walking in this place will get a different feeling. Haleakala National Park. Haleakala is the home of America's extinct volcano. This park is located on Mooney Island in the state of Hawaii and is very popular as one of the attractions in America. There is a fee to enter this park, and due to its maintenance, it is necessary to pay this fee. This park has attracted the attention of many photographers, and usually many photographers are busy taking pictures of its natural scenery. Mendenhall Ice Caves. The first thing about the Mendenhall Ice Caves is that it reminds us of the animated film Ice Age. This cave is located 20 kilometers away from the city of Alaska and in the Mendenhall Glacier, and it can be accessed by kayak and then ice climbing. In fact, these caves include a part of the Tongass National Forest and have earned the extraterrestrial nickname. Unfortunately, with global warming, these ices are also melting. Glen Watkins Park. One of the attractions of a country is various parks and the establishment of relaxing places for tourists and citizens of that country. Glen Watkins Park is located outside the village of the same name in New York. This park is one of the most famous Finger Lake State Parks. The most spectacular and exciting part of this park is Rio Falls. Glen Pond has 19 waterfalls in this area, and those who camp around it can use the pool created in it. Thor's Wall. Wells are always scary. Now think to yourself that these wells will mix with the sea and form a sea well. American sea wells are one of the natural attractions in the Pacific Ocean. The beauty of this area is tempting, and visitors are warned not to get too close due to the dangers. These wells are also known as the Pit of Death and the Gate of Hell. Thor's Caves take ocean water inside and draw it all the way, then send it out like a volcano. Although these wells look scary, they are only 6 meters deep. Appalachian Mountains. If you are interested in hiking and taking the longest route for it, visit America and the Appalachian Mountains. This mountain range is known as the Climbing Mountain. The route of this mountain continues for 3,568 kilometers and passes through 14 different American states. The easiest parts of this trail to hike are the climbing sections in the states of Arizona and Maryland. Pisgah National Forest, Great Smoky Mountains National Park and Shenandoah National Park are located in this mountain. The Empire State Building. A tall building in the middle of the hustle and bustle of America with a height of 381 meters and 102 floors in Manhattan, New York, is one of the symbols of the city and is used as a gift in many sculptures. This building invites many enthusiasts to see the exciting world of New York every day from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.